Back at it again with the grind again. It's your boy Jingo from the Best Kept Secret podcast, and I am your host. Right, guys, listen, I haven't been here for about a month. Yes, I stopped because I just want to rebrand, my whole thing and all. But I'm back. I am back, and I am excited. I am excited to introduce one of
That's
my
what's sick.
guys out here, Louis Deji. Hey, what you say, my
Yeah,
brother?
what's popping? What's popping? I'm very, no, formerly known as Dr. Simples. You know, way to get me at Simples lad. You know, on Instagram and all that. Dr. Simples on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? But let's
Wow.
get straight into the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Let's get
what?
straight.
Listen, I was actually wondering, like, should I introduce him as like Dr. Symbols or just Louis
Don't
Dead?
worry, I got it. I had it covered. I had it covered. I didn't need to stress you out for that. I had it covered. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! But how you been though? How you been? I know. Listen, let's keep it authentic, innit? Let's keep it authentic. I know we did have a whole discussion behind this, but anyways, like, how you been? Because I ain't really seen you for years.
I know, like, yeah, it's been a hot minute, man. Like, I've been doing me, just
Mm.
grinding. You know what I mean? In this country, trying to do what we can. I'm already getting started, you know what I'm saying?
This
But look, it's been some time, and like I'm blessed. You know, I could have been in a worse position, but I'm blessed to be here. So got to give
Mm.
thanks. To the
Mm.
Creator, to the Most High, and yeah, I'm just doing me, and it's glad to hear from you, man. It's been a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? I was like, where's this guy at? What's he doing
Oh,
now? And it's good to
hot
see what you're
minute.
doing. With the podcast
Definitely. It's
and all
been
this. So, yeah,
it's been damn near
it's been
like
pending.
how many years? Damn near how many years now? Like 6 years. I ain't really seen you, bro.
It's
I
been
haven't.
probably last time we linked was probably 2012. Because
Yo,
that's when I
the
stopped
party,
playing
at
for
the
that.
party at
Yeah,
the Three
yeah,
Kings,
yeah,
the Three
yeah,
Kings
yeah.
party. That
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that must have been 2012
bro,
then.
that was
Yeah,
the last time I
2012.
saw you, my guy. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
physically, yeah.
Like
It's been
it's
a hot
it's
minute,
crazy.
yeah.
So
Almost a decade,
it's
That's
almost a
almost a
decade,
decade.
bro, and
Almost
it's crazy. You
a-
like you grew you grew braids now. I went bald. Everybody, not everybody knows that, but I went bald. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, life,
Hundred.
life took the worst in terms of my hairline. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But guys,
It is what it
this
is, man.
is my long friend, like my long time friend, bro. My long time friend, from way back, from
Uh-huh.
secondary school, bro. Like, I think we
Yeah,
met around when we were 14 years old. We
yeah,
were
yeah,
playing
yeah, yeah,
Time
yeah.
Riverside.
It was
Remember
around then.
Time
It was
Riverside?
around then. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That was year 10. Year 10. I was about
Yeah, 10.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
14.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you was
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
crap. Now let me just say that to the people. You was just
This guy, like, I ain't even gonna go on there, but all right, bro.
bro.
All right,
Listen, my man was out here. You can never say I was crap. Man, about hold on.
bro.
I
You were air,
wasn't
man.
though.
You were
But
air.
I
You
was
were
really
air,
with
bro.
it.
Nah, you were air. You were air. You weren't
Okay,
there, bro.
wait. I think no, wait, hold on. Let me explain. I feel when I was in Chatham Riverside, I played right wing, innit? I played right wing. I remember I played right wing, and I listen. I used to run out of breath it every time when I was
Yeah,
tracking
that's
back.
probably, yeah, yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you. Nah, but I wasn't crap though. I was skillful and I was. You understand? But obviously, like when I played for
yeah,
Black
yeah.
Lion, that's when things changed. I started being a right back fullback, and then I found my position. You're out here telling people that I was out here crap, bro. Stop lying to the people, mate.
Bro, you were, I can't lie, man, bro. You saw me, bro. I had it going on. I was playing left mid. They were like, nah, this guy got too much energy. Put him in center. I
Nah,
was
nah,
playing center mid,
you
you know
was
what I'm saying?
fast though. You was hella fast.
I had energy. I had that energy. You know what I'm saying? I had my energy. That man knew, like, I had the strength. I had my energy. So I did my thing. Got a few goals. You know what I mean? Got that chocolate bars from John's mom. You know about that. Don't forget about that.
You're too much, man.
That
You're not
chocolate
serious.
went in. Them Cadbury's.
Oh man.
Bro, them chocolate went in. But
So how in a sense, obviously, there's a lot of things that happened. And obviously, like we ain't seen each other for a decade. So how's the gal them? How's everything, bro? Like how's that really going like that, mate? All right, is it going all right, mate?
all right, mate. Cool, mate. The missus made me a cheeky little curry last night. You know what I
What?
mean? Nah, bro. I ain't got no missus. I ain't got no missus actually. I'm
Yeah,
single, but living. You young. They'll come, man. They'll come. They'll
I
come
think the
at a
Lord is
time.
taking time with us, but I think it's good though because obviously, like what my big bros told me, like I remember we were at a like a what do you call it, like a men's meeting or something like that. Like we used to
Yeah,
gather with each other and all that stuff there. And I asked this question like, oh yeah, like so how's I think I said how's marriage life, or should I? Do you think is right is suitable for me now to get married? And yo, everybody was like, don't do it. Don't do it. These are married men. Not because obviously like they didn't like the
But even the
marriage,
women say as well.
bro. It's
We
just
can even
because
go on to the reason why it's occurring, but that's another discussion. That's actually a discussion for another day. But it's true. A lot of married people now, and nowadays it's because they have the option. They got the option to potentially be divorced. A lot of social media got entices people.
yeah.
Back in the day, people weren't looking at, they weren't getting literally like, tempted left, right, and center, do you know what I mean, to do something wild. So yeah, nowadays,
Nah,
like, somebody they used to put up with it because they didn't even get like little options to do otherwise. Nowadays, they're like, my man is busy, he's irritating me at yard. And then there's somebody at work that is, treating me right. That, you see, that's the mentality that they think. And it's so easy. And I've called them people weak-minded, because for you to really, like, that's your partner for life, G. If you're
yeah.
able to be swayed, like, just by work or something like that, bro,
But
you're
you
weak-minded.
know why
Like,
that
you should.
happens though? You know why that happens? It's because you still have, unresolved issues that you need to work on, like root issues. Do you understand? Because obviously, like if you
Yeah,
get
but
to a
Jingo, look
marriage,
back in the, like, isn't a lot of unresolved, like, or unresolved issues, but they will still occur. Like, isn't what I'm saying? They
listen,
used
they
to
had no
stay back
choice,
in,
bro.
they
They had
used to
no
stay
choice.
with each other.
Now, for example,
They used to just figure out.
in SA, in the apartheid regime, listen, they had to get together. You know what I'm saying? Where they gonna go? You understand? They had to get back. They had to get. They had to be. No. Let's be real right here. You understand? Segregation with the whites. You understand? It's just me and you, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Against the world. Even though I got my unresolved root issues out here. You understand? I'm joking. I ain't joking. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to say is, yeah. Now, obviously, like what my big was I'm just trying to obviously like clear that. What my big was really trying to say is like, yo, like, you need to use your time, like, why is it from 25 to 30 as a man, in it, you understand, to really be in the mind frame, in it. And obviously, like, as for them, like, obviously I wouldn't say they jumped into this thing quick, in it, you understand. Nah, they were really ready for marriage, in it, but they didn't really expect what marriage really brought to the table, like that, you understand. So obviously, like, they just passed through for a younger, like, yo, bro, take your time, in it. You understand? It's not that deep. Like, literally, it's not that deep. You understand? It's not really fairy tales and all that stuff there. Marriage is work. Understand? I don't even know why we talk about marriage, but I think, yeah, we're grown now. I think we're grown, because obviously, like, yeah, it's gonna come soon, bro.
Mentioned about the galley, like, what about you, dude? Enough about what about you? What's been popping with you? It's been 10 years. Last time we were talking, there was a few in the pipeline. I know, you always had somebody, about two backups.
Bro,
What's going on?
listen, yeah, your waist, man. Was that your waist, man? Nah, listen, I had no, listen, I had no, listen. I had nobody in the pipeline. Nah, listen. Well, listen. There was a lot. There was a lot. There was a lot in it. You understand? And things. Yo, I'm sweating under this do rag right now. Louis Deji,
My
yo,
brother.
man. Yo, it's just a waste, man. Nah, but what's been happening? A lot, bro. Nearly, serve jail time. Do you understand? Suicide, everything, bro. A lot of things happened, didn't it? A lot of things happened. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things. But bro, just not to really, but obviously, like, you understand, innit? Like, we with the same girl, right? Don't say the name though. Don't say the name. Don't say don't say the name. Don't say the name. Don't say. Yeah, don't worry. You don't know. You don't know nothing. Ah!
Nah, I don't remember.
Say nothing, bro. Say nothing. Now.
Oh wait. Oh, actually, unless if it's who I'm
You better not say that
thinking
name.
of,
You better not say that name. You better not say that name.
who I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
was it
Oh,
Magic?
bro, man, you better stop. Yeah, yo,
Was it Magic?
huh? I
Was it
don't
Magic
know.
first?
I don't like at the time. Nah. At the time, nah. Bad news. We have something
You
in
know
common.
it through me.
Huh?
Did you know it through me?
No, bro. No. Off. Like, yo, you mentioned it once or twice in it, but I didn't really put a lot of focus like that with this
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not sure who we're on about, but yeah, maybe later we can discuss that.
Yeah, maybe we can discuss that. But anyways, bro, a lot of things has happened in this decade. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, obviously, like, I went through what I went through. But tell me, obviously, like, in terms of through this whole decade in terms of teenage years until now, like what has been really going on, and what have you learned as a I'm saying, as a young man, and etc. like that.
Yeah, look, I ain't trying to just mention it because it's a segment, but as a black man growing in this country, there's certain things that you only learn
Man,
when you're
how
growing up.
I knew you was gonna bring that whole black
No,
man.
but
Go.
it's I'm
You
just,
better,
but
you
these are
better
key things.
speak your truth though.
These
Speak
are
your
key
truth.
things that made me grow up, and they occurred, and they made me learn. Like, look, you are not like these people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your life will from now on, it's gonna like go a different path from them. There's certain things that we see that they don't flip and see. And
Mm,
this is facts. We experience that they don't flip and experience. You
mm,
know what I mean? They can grow to 30 and then never. And when I say they, I just mean non-black people. Do you know what I'm saying?
mm,
But aside from that, look, last time we were teenagers, you know what I'm saying, 14, 16. You ain't really gone through maybe a job. Do you know what I mean? You ain't gone through proper, like, uni where you're independent living with yourself. Do you know what I mean? And having to deal with certain things, that you ain't got your parent or, family nearby to kind of like back you on that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, like if I just say overall, yeah, I've been able to see, and learn there's certain ways that as my, myself, the way I look, it will influence people's reaction and behavior towards you. It's regardless. And it's not even just white people, like even our own people will regard you that certain way just through the way you dress. Just it's a
Ah,
channeling of a
true,
mentality.
true.
It's a
Like
mentality.
obviously,
So
a lot of people
yeah,
don't know in Medway, innit? Like, listen, Medway is like, I don't care what nobody says in it. Medway is our ends, in it. Understand? This is, for me personally, is ends. When you really look at it, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Like, when you really look at it, some I spoke to this without
but yeah, go on.
without guy, David, didn't it? We spoke about it with our guy David. Um, so we established that a lot of people grew differently though. Like when they went, it's like certain schools, some man them went to certain schools in it. You understand? And they were just with the Oyibo people. You understand? And they grew with them. You know, they grew with that. You know what I'm saying? They started wearing them tight, skinny jeans and all that stuff there, and with the little hair and all them things. They understand? And some went to St. John Fisher, Africa, and that's the hood. You understand? So it's like, nah,
Uh,
nah. Am I lying? No, it's true though. It's true.
it's true, it's true.
It's true. It's true. You understand? So it's like, like you're right in a sense that obviously like how your own people perceive you though. You understand? Because when we looked at, the Jam boys, grandma and all that, brother, them man, they are wet. Like
Yeah.
we listen, I don't Rochester, listen, we call you wet. Because we
Of
didn't really
course, bro.
understand
I
that.
called, bro. Nah, it's one of them, bro. Were we not at training? Me even cussing them as well, saying their voice,
Yeah.
bro. You might, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of SJF, like
You're
man.
one of them. No, you're one of them. You're one of them.
Nah, I ain't wet. I wasn't wet, man. I was a real OG. You know what I'm
You
saying?
was a
Like,
real
there's nothing
OG, yeah?
bro. I was holding it down. You know what I'm saying? They knew me. They were cool with me, bro. Them, man, I ain't even gonna try and diss them, but
Mm.
I was different. That's how I'm gonna say. I was different, man. I was different.
Yeah, but you're right when you said obviously like your own people can just perceive you a different way in it. You understand? And that's one thing I've
Yeah,
really noticed. When you grow up in it, when you just grow up, man, you just reflect in your life when you're younger, in terms of how you just saw certain people. You understand? But at the end of the day, we just want one people. We're all black, bro. At the end of the day, when the feds come now, like you understand, like for example, like you're wearing your own skinny jeans and wearing your little hair, like you know what I'm saying, and but you grew up different, and I'm out here. If they stop us, we're all going to jail, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, we're both going to jail. Like they don't see no different though. They don't see no different. That's what I'm really trying to say here. You understand? But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
bro, like I'm glad that you're good, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? How's, the pandemic been for you? Like lockdown, what I'm saying, post, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's been. I think it's been similar for everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all similar people. Where everyone's been caught up in the lockdown somehow, been
Mm.
affected by it in certain ways, more some more than other. But yeah, personally, it started off a bit kind of rough.
Bit rough,
Like it
man.
was at first it was okay. Then it went a bit rough. Then it got a bit better. Do you know what I'm saying? Got a bit better. Just it got better. So now I'm just chilling now. And when you're able to manage it a bit because you've gone in for a few lockdowns now, then okay, this is what you have to plan. This is what you have to prioritize,
Mm.
and yeah, you can can do them things. You know what I mean?
Because
It learned. You know, we learned patience in lockdown. Do you know what I mean?
oh,
I think a lot of people needed to be patient
patient.
and learn some patience. Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
learn new
People want to just
skills.
be
A lot
doing
of people
quick
learn new skills.
things, just
That's what I'm
like
saying. A lot of people learn new skills. They had
yeah,
the
yeah,
side hustles became the main hustle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
main hustles, bro.
even though the pandemic, when you really look at it in the grand scale of things, obviously like it has a negative. If obviously it had a negative effect of people dying. Understand? The positive was just people, finding a way of really, surviving out here, man. You know what I'm saying? In terms of their
Yeah,
hustles,
you have to
you
give
know,
one positive. Yeah, it
skill
was definitely
sets.
that. Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like even me right now, like when it came to pandemic like that, it's like I got a chance just to save up my money to buy my equipment. You understand?
yeah,
If that
yeah, yeah,
was if we were in like we were before back in like 2019 and all that stuff there, I wouldn't have done this though, because everything was just fast paced. I feel like everything just
exactly.
slowed down.
Fast paced.
Everything was just fast
Yeah,
paced. Everything was just fast, like in terms of my mindset where I
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yo, it was just a mess in it. You understand? But obviously, like
100.
you understand. So yeah, man. It's just a pleasure, for you to be here, man. Because I obviously like we're gonna talk about a
Thanks for
very
having me. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
nah, man,
You know what I'm saying?
good looking, bro. It's one of them ones here. This subject here that we're gonna talk about. It's a very very sensitive subject, man. Very
Nah,
sensitive.
it's not that sensitive anymore. I
It's
don't know what subject you think of, but to me, it's not that sensitive anymore. It's not. But it's
okay.
not.
Yeah, wait,
How
wait,
is it?
why is it not sensitive?
Okay, come on, come on.
I told you
Okay, okay.
everything that flies your
Okay.
mouth here.
No,
Like,
no, no, no.
hey,
But think about it. Think
right.
about it. What we call, some people they have issues with certain words or certain, things that get mentioned, like the taboo words. It's because they don't hear it a lot. Do you know what I mean? To some people, like, so why people the N word, it may be so taboo to them, taboo, even though we know they use it all the time. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But to hear it, to hear it fit like as in they it's a shock for them. Do you know what I mean? They don't use it that as regularly. Some other people, it may be like that's just an example. There's other words. So I'm just saying this topic right here. We've been talking about black. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what we're gonna discuss.
So I get what you're
That
trying to say. So this recurring issue
it's no
is
longer
it's no
sensitive.
longer
It's no
sensitive.
longer sensitive. It happens
You know what I'm
all the
saying?
time.
It's an
We've
ongoing
talked
thing.
about it. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
Where
So
it's an
I
ongoing
get
thing.
it.
It can't be
I was
sensitive.
so I don't know
Can't
where
be
he was going
sensitive.
with this, bro. I don't know, because I was like, bro,
No, no, no.
like you understand that,
I'm
but
just
you're right.
saying. You
You're
want to
right.
say
Obviously, like it's come on from the
let's talk
Stephen
about it too
Lawrence's
much. Where's
to
this?
now, innit? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying. But ladies and gentlemen, obviously, like maybe you probably know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about John Ried. John Ried, the 14-year-old boy that sadly got stabbed up. While he was getting stabbed up, he was racially abused until his death. Absolutely to his death. There was 2 arrests made. Actually, 4 of them now. Actually, ain't it? So 2 of them were teenagers, and 2 of them were just like men, grown men in their 30s. Literally, I'm saying pouncing on this young black boy's life. Let's be specific here, black boy, because the tabloids are trying to say teenager. They're just saying teenager. You understand? I'm black. It was a black boy that got racially abused until his very death. And we're just going to talk about this. And Louis Deji, I just feel like you are the right person here, man. I respect your opinion. You understand? You're a person that's very vocal, you know what I'm saying, on your social media platforms and all that stuff there. So how do you feel about this whole situation? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'll be honest, like this happens too often, Jingo, because and unfortunately, as black people, we hear it and we start to become so like a bit desensitized by it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're like, and now I'm fed up. Now I'm just fed up of having to see this on my street. I'm seeing, all kinds of people just posting, on social media, oh, the genre, oh, it's so mean. So, and it's like, that's all we're doing it's a repetitive thing. Like, I'll be honest with you, you ain't seen me post no Dea-John Ried memes or anything like that. I said I ain't posting none of these things because it's just going in, and it's like sometimes it fuels some people's like hatred. So because when some white people see it, they're like, oh, why are we always talking about being, because they don't see what is actually occurring. Like you just mentioned, what the tabloid said. I'll be honest, I researched just Dea-John Ried. You just see different tabloids.
Nah, I got it here, bro. I got it here.
All of them. They're saying 2 teenagers stabbed a teenager.
Teenage.
No.
And
No.
yeah.
No. That's not. And like you said, we know why they're doing it, why they're wording it like that. They don't want to put too much
They
attention
want
on
to
this.
not too much
Because this is
attention,
what occurs
but also
every
triggers.
time.
Triggers. Do you understand? They understand in terms of obviously like you know when there's a reoccurring issue and the tabloids know that like we can get an attention, like, you know what I'm saying, we can trigger. They know it's a trigger for us. They know that this is a very sensitive, obviously like in your respect it's not very sensitive in it, but to other black people it's still sensitive. Obviously like this is a subjective view that you have and me as well. Do you understand? Other people that might be sensitive. You understand? If they see just teenage boy and obviously teenage boy got killed, you understand? Not even racially abused. Or but yeah, let me just go into right now in it, like, because I did do my research, bro. In terms of the different tabloids, not different tabloids in it, but just different headlines, like how they worded it. One of them,
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. So I did like a comparison in terms of how, you know, the Lee Rigby, how they, you know, portrayed the Lee Rigby on the headlines, and, you know, the John Ried, you know what I'm saying, the 14-year-old. So let's start with what's it called? What's the guy's name? Lee Rigby. So Lee Rigby, this is a Lee Rigby. Like this way they said the son. A cowardly and a careless murder. A cowardly and careless. Do you know that impact there? That's an impact right there. You understand? A cowardly and careless murder. You understand? Another one, Manchester Evening News, he says, our hero who survived the Taliban only to be murdered on a British street. Do you understand? They're asking for war. That, you know what I'm saying? They're on smoke. They're telling us right now they're on smoke. We are on smoke on behalf of our people. You understand? Another one says, okay, this was the guy, Michael Ade, you know, he's Nigerian now. Adi Bawale or something like that. Adi, but hey, Jesus is Lord.
Wow, you
understand?
You need to bring that up. You can't do that to our brothers, eh?
Yeah,
listen.
I'm trying. Michael Adebawale. Wale. Yeah. Let me. Everybody knows what I'm trying to say. They okay. This is what they said. Yeah, a fiend hit by COVID. A fiend hit by COVID. Yeah. Lee Rigby killer Michael Adebawale fighting for his life in hospital. You understand? I don't think they had, like, even if he survived or not, they wanted him. They wanted him dead. You know what I'm saying? That whole it says it by itself. Another one, he said, you know, we killed this British. So I guess this is the words that, you know, Michael Adebowale said in it. Obviously, like when he was beheading Mr. Lee Rigby. About R.I.P. though. He didn't really deserve that. So he says, yeah, we killed this British soldier. It's an eye for an eye. Do you understand? So do you see how they portray? When it comes to their own, they are on smoke. You understand? The headlines, like they make it plainly clear that, listen, we are on smoke. You understand? And we don't. I'm saying, like, it's mad. And the next one, he said, you know, this one here, kick in the teeth. So remember, so this one here, this is a headline, kick in the teeth.
This is all due to, because I didn't really research in depth.
You go.
At this time, do you know what I mean? These times, we remember we would read this and we wouldn't think too much of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we didn't think too much of the way they word their things, the way the media was, because we were so just under this brainwashing, this pretense that this is used to. We were so used to it. We didn't. Then we were like, hold on, this ain't right. They're clearly doing a different thing, different wording every time for different kind of like situation, and it turns to be black and white.
Yeah.
Terror, like, bro, terrorism, that act. But then your same people are there.
They call him a terrorist as well. They didn't hesitate to call him a terrorist. They did not hesitate to call him a terrorist. But when he came to this young boy, they don't even want him to call him. They don't want to call the whole situation a racial obviously like case. You know what I'm saying. Do you see the contradiction here?
Bro, of course they like, as soon as look, they have too many accounts proving that they're a racist country. So what they're gonna do, they need to disprove this at all costs, because that's bad for business. It's bad for business.
Now,
It's bad for
why do you say
business.
that? It's bad for business, and in terms of that, why do you say that?
Bro, it's bad for because a lot of people that work for these people in this country that make them peas are foreign. They are not white. That is
Mm,
a fact.
mm.
Okay, that is a fact. You need to actually find a way to just to act like, yo, actually, we do love everyone as they proclaim to be. We love everyone, but just look at their queen. Their queen has just dumped their own royalty, stripped it from Prince Harry because he's
Because
went with
of
with
the
a
Meghan
mulatto
Markle
lady. She ain't
situation.
even fully black.
You're
She ain't
right.
even fully. They
You're
couldn't
right.
hack that.
And
Then we have this
look at
country.
how the
We came up,
tabloids
bro,
literally attacked Meghan Markle and Harry. You
look at how
understand?
they attacked them.
Mm,
Now,
mm.
example, now they've even had an anti-black protest. Look at the way they worded it and they brushed it off like it was nothing.
Yo, I'm
They
telling
were attacking deep it. They were attacking their own feds because they hated black people so much. They didn't want black people to to walk and protest for equality. That they went and were throwing things, doing monkey things, monkey
yeah,
silence, all this thing at their own feds.
and they say, and obviously, and they're saying
Bro,
no racism in it.
bro, what logic
No,
is that?
no racism. Yeah,
What logic is
understand?
that? They brushed over it.
Mm,
Brushed over it. We're
mm.
now looking as if that didn't happen in this country, and they're still yappa about this country ain't racist. It's so obvious now what they do. They don't put too much attention on it, like that event. They didn't put too much. Same thing with Dea-John Ried.
Mm.
Look at the way they worded the thing, just to make it seem
Yeah.
like, because off first glance, these people will read it and just say, "Oh, it's just like teenagers wilding at each other."
No,
No, it's not.
do you know what they're trying to make it like it's just a normal statistic.
Yeah, they
You know what I'm
have
saying?
to.
Like, yeah,
They
it's
have
just
to
a
do
normal
that.
thing that
Because
happens.
the moment that it becomes racial, they get
Understand?
exposed. It's
And they get exposed. You're right, because obviously, and that's what obviously like the reason why I brought up all these differences because of just the media coverage. I feel like John Reed didn't get the media. He's not getting the media coverage that he deserves right now. Because right now, listen, my brother. I got the BBC News right here. You understand? I don't see no John Reed news right now. I see what's happening in the UK government right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't even read that because my eyes are pretty bad. But there's no John Reed. There's no John Reed story I hear. But let me just continue now. So obviously that was Lee Rigby in terms of how they put how they put the stories out of Lee Rigby. And you understand they were definitely on smoke. You know what I'm saying? They let us know. You know what I'm saying? A Negro did this. A Negro did this. Do you understand? So and may I also add,
black people, deep it. When there's black people doing things, they'll have their picture there and the worst picture of them ever. When it's white people, regardless of whether they even stab them, they'll have the best picture, smiling, hey, calm, and then they'll put it in their tabloid calmly. The thing with yeah, go on, dude. Like,
yeah. So with this one, obviously, like in terms of I want obviously I did the comparison and etc. So this one says this is like John Reed, R.I.P. man. This man, it makes my heart boil, man. But God just have mercy. Yeah, just
me and you met at 14, bro.
Yo,
Me and
I
you
was
met at
14.
Look at how much has happened in the time that till now. That little you can't experience that. You can't. Man's was
Crazy.
What did you do at 14, bro? We were getting parking money, probably parking money. We didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
We were just there playing kicking ball.
Yeah.
Kicking ball, finding a way to save pocket money to go pay for our membership. That's what we were doing.
And he is dead, bro. At 14 years old, he's dead. And that's pretty sad, man. So one of the tablets says here, yeah, man 35 charged with murder of 14-year-old Dea-John Ried. Did you see that? Man 35 charged, not even the name. But when he came to the Lee Rigby case and situation, they made it clear. This is Michael Adibawale. Listen, I don't even. I might have gotten the surname wrong there, but please understand. Do you understand?
No, we get it, man.
They made it clear that it was this black man. It was him. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that we need to go after. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Another one, he says here, 2 men, 35 and 38 and a teen, charged with murder of boy 14, chased and stabbed to death outside McDonald's. You understand? They're trying to portray this as just like a gang violence type of thing. You understand? And not a racial thing. I never saw here where it says they chased him and racially abused him at the same time. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. And bro, there's also one here, and here's the last one as well. That too. Boy 14 was racially abused before being stabbed to death. Okay, so this is the one here. They put quotations, racially abused.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Do you know what that means? Because obviously I studied media communications. Do you know what that means? They're saying it. It's allegedly. It's no. We're not pretty sure.
Because you know how some ignorant people are gonna be, oh, what exactly was the racial abuse? It may not have been racial. It may have just been, oh, he's just black.
So how do you feel about that? Talk to me, bro. How do you feel about,
honestly, what really triggered me is just the young age of the kid. I'm used to the media not portraying it, because look, you have to look at it from this perspective. How is them telling the full truth of their evil deeds going to better them white supremacy? Because it's white supremacy at the end of the day. We got to look at it like that. That's the aim. Okay, the people in power, Boris Johnson, he has accounts of him showing that he wants white supremacy. Do you know what I mean? In the past, he said, I don't know why we even stopped colonizing these African countries. Some of them, there's quotes. These are the men running your country.
Have you got evidence? I've never heard of it.
I'll probably send it to you. He said a few ignorant stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? A few ignorant stuff in the past towards, and these are the ones running your country. Cool. So you just got to look at how would them showing, like, they're trying to portray all these little things. So much has occurred, and how have they excused it or brushed it under? Oh, this is very, it's very sad. We shouldn't. It's overall, it's a bad deed. Right, they put it under the rug. Once they do their little dumb apology, no money, no reparation, no nothing. Then it sweeps under the rug. Once they'll talk about it once. Sweep it under the rug. So when in their own tabloids and their own media, because media, it's the way it's controlled. Whatever they put in the media, a lot of people nowadays, they just take it as gospel. It's their channel to believe whatever the media says is gospel truth.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever they see there, a white person praying that, they'll be like, oh, they're going to ignore it. They're not even going to look deep into. They're not going to look deep into what occurred. They'll just say, "Oh, it's just the same thing." And that's why when the police do whatever they do or whatever people do, they say it's justified because of what they've seen. What the media is showing is that black people do gang stuff and then they get killed.
Yeah,
they kill each other.
It's just a normal routine that happens in the hood. That's it, really.
Exactly. That's what the media is showing them. But the reality of it is there's a lot of stupid things that are occurring out of hate, and it's not making sense. We have to put light to it. These things are occurring. It's not like they're about to occur or they did ages ago. Right now, like in 2021, they're occurring right now. Do you know what I'm saying? 2020, last year, we just had an anti-black protest. I've never.
Yeah, you're right. There was a thing that there was this term that people use. There's hidden racism in the UK. I don't think there's no reason for us to say there is hidden racism again. Understand? Because I don't think this is hidden. This was in broad daylight. They made it clear.
I still think there are a lot of closet racists. I think they are very close.
Compared to America, America's a mess. Let's be real. When you really them and they will let you know, I don't like you. You're black and I don't like you, and I'm shooting you right now. Look, this is the gun. I'm shooting you right now. Understand? But obviously for here, I don't really believe that there's hidden race. I feel like it's there in your face. It's in your face. Understand? But
bro,
in terms of
there clearly is hidden racism. If these man actually had the perception that there's no racism in this country deep, it's a lot of people were saying it's not this. When the George Floyd thing was occurring, what were the comments in the UK saying? Before we even started protesting, they were saying it only occurs in America.
Exactly.
That's where the police brutality. It's not. We ain't racist over here. Those are the things that they were saying.
Listen,
ironic how their own people then went and.
Can I ask you a question, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question? So in your life, have you been racially abused?
Come on, don't.
No. We have to ask this question. But obviously, just to obviously
we don't need to ask.
Just to make the
okay. What you should ask me is ask me to find a black person who's never been racially abused.
Exactly. Yeah.
At their age, 24 years old, they lived in this country. Find one black person.
I'll tell you right now. How many times have you been racially abused?
Bro, I can't count. It's definitely more than both my hands. I can guarantee it with my life.
That's crazy. Because for me, obviously, for me personally,
I even have people that we know that can vouch for some of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that they were there. We were walking Then you see in a van with his the dad's there driving with a white van. The youth then says, "Oh, you're flipping niggers." I was there, me, Dalvin, David. Do you know what I'm saying? We walk into the shop, just going
Really?
to buy. We didn't look at them.
When was it?
It was at sixth form. Sixth form. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one
Oh,
example. That's just one little example. Do you know what I'm saying? Just small thing. And a little youth. He must have been like 7 years old or something. He was sitting in the front with his dad. Do you know what I'm saying? The dad's driving, and then boom, he says he like is in. Obviously, it arrives from somewhere. Racism. That kid didn't just think to say like the parent has shown that and behaved that way in front of him, and then he said, "Yeah, that's cool enough. I'm with my dad. Let
because
me do that."
there's no way a 7-year-old can just come up with that
Nah,
by themselves.
exactly. We
I
know
guess
this.
this
We
this
know this.
happens in the home. It's
Yes,
a
yes.
reoccurring thing that happens in
Yes,
the home.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? As a youth, bro, you can't. I've grown up in this country. When you start as a youth, kids are very naturally just not honest, but they're innocently ignorant. Do you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
no, that's
Our color of skin, when they're not used to it, they assume, oh, it looks like poo, it looks like chocolate. Those are the words these kids will use and joke about it. You as a youth, you don't know. You're here like you're the very few black person in this class. These are your only friends, and they're here mocking you for the colored skin. You're like,
mm,
I don't know, but I like playing cards with them. Don't you know what I mean? It can mess up a youth's brain, and these kids are growing up in this country,
mm,
So these are just small
uh,
counts. Those are two already I've given you. I
yeah,
can give you even like three, even that have just occurred here.
yeah,
Usually
give
nights
me,
out at uni. It's usually nights out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
People get drunk, and then I have in cars. They're driving off. I'm just walking back after my birthday with my boy walking home. Then this guy, he's in the car. He gets to the roundabout at the corner. We're just walking. Then they drove past us. They stopped there, waited for us to walk a bit. Then they said like flipping niggas. Then they waited a bit. We started walking. Then they drove off. That's three
uh,
examples right
it's
there.
always,
No
you know
other
what, it
example I've
always
got.
happens here when they're driving off. Like it always happens when they're driving
Bro,
off.
look,
I don't know why.
it's
Oh man, that's crazy.
it's in their nature, my brother. It's in their nature. Go throughout history, yeah. It's them who had to
I
go
feel like it's
create
taught, man.
different
You know,
weapons.
racism is taught. It's not when you say it's in the nature, it means that they're born with that. They're not really born.
It's in their
Like
nature.
no
It's in their
racism.
nature.
Racism
It's
is
in
taught.
their nature.
I have to disagree with you. Like
It's in
racism
their nature.
definitely taught, bro. Understand? Because you don't come out the womb saying, "Yo, like you are a nigger." Where do they know the word nigger from? You understand?
No, you don't. You don't.
Exactly, innit? But
100% you
it's
don't.
definitely taught. It's definitely taught.
But
Understand? Do you get what I'm trying to
but
say?
it's in their nature to have to do cowardly
We have
things
to agree
because
to
they
disagree.
acknowledge.
Mm.
Sorry?
I said we have to disagree.
Because they acknowledge.
Agree to disagree. Yeah.
Yeah, on that one, But I definitely feel like the cowardice that comes with it is
Mm.
within there because it's only them who behave like that. Do you know what I mean? Other races,
Ah, whoa,
if
whoa,
they really
yo,
want
Asians, Filipinos, yo, like even bro, I have
to,
obviously my whole section in it, not my whole section, half of my section. The Arabs, you understand? Arabs can be the most racist people I hate. You understand? Asians,
no,
Filipinos,
they is, but
every,
they ain't doing
you
no
understand? But obviously, like
cowardice where they're just
but obviously
running the
the
boat.
percentage of people that are
The
racist, way
go
more
to,
racist, is white people in it. But understand? But yo, other races can be racist as well. Because obviously, like
I
let
know
me give an
this,
example. Let me
bro.
give an example. Let me give an example. Let me give an example. Yeah, let me give an example. Like when there's issues of you know inequality that happens, obviously, like with the Asians and etc. Like this is black people. Majority of the time, yeah, we stand by them. So listen, on a
Yeah,
solid thing, innit?
blindly and stupidly, we
But when
stand
it
more
comes to
for other
us,
people's issues than we
watch
do our
them. Yeah,
own.
listen. They don't even post nothing. Remember when the George Floyd happened? I haven't seen.
Personally,
I had listen. I
bro,
had a Asian friend here, like uh, I told him about something obviously on Facebook. Now, but he actually meant well, and you understand. And I feel like he was uneducated. I feel like we as black people, yeah, we are so quick just to pounce on people like, nah, you need to be already educated or not. Nah, if the person not really educated and he wants to know, teach him though. You need to teach him, innit? You understand? So obviously in this scenario here, obviously, like I don't know, I can't remember why he really posted, but we went back and forth, but he took it down, innit? You understand? But it just made me realize that like, you understand? Like this guy is so desensitized that he don't really feel like he don't feel as though uh he don't feel as though like obviously like it's worthy to post, the George Floyd thing or to really, see the Black Lives Matter movement. You understand? Like he doesn't feel the need to actually follow that or be for that. You understand? And it was just a whole crazy thing in it. You understand? But yeah, bro, like obviously, like it's crazy how many times you've been racially abused. For me personally, I can only say, obviously, like I grew up in Namibia, innit? You understand? That is,
Yeah, yeah.
like that's where the apartheid happened. A lot of people don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? 1948 regime started. You feel me? So obviously, like my aunties, my grandmother was actually it was born the year the apartheid regime started in 1948. Do you understand? She's about, I don't know, like 75. I don't know. My maths is gone. 75, 74, something like that. You understand? So my aunties, they grew up in this. You understand? Do you know they call us the first generation born free in my country? The 90s babies are the first generation born free. They are the first generation to play with white kids. Listen, first generation, bro. You understand? Let me also add, in my country, obviously I went to a German school, and bro, from grade 1 to grade 3 or grade 4, I believe grade 1 to grade 5, they used to separate us. They used to separate the German kids, and the black kids. We used to get hit, bro. Used to get. I mean, listen. I never used to.
Yo, they used to do that with punishments. They used to separate y'all.
No, no, no,
In
no, 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 no. This was a thing. Like, listen, from grade 1 to grade 5, the Germans, they have their own classes. You understand? And the black and obviously like us as black kids, we have our own classes. You understand? Them man there, because we used to look at the door, like we used to look at the window, and them man there never used to get hit though. We used to get hit all the time. You understand?
yeah, they all show markings, bro.
Huh? No, no. Okay, listen. We're not gonna condone that. You're waste man for that. Yeah.
Bro, it's true though.
No, no,
If
no.
they
But
get
obviously,
hit, it shows markings.
mm,
Okay, they're not gonna be on that. Black kids, we get lit. Our
no, no.
parents won't know nothing when we come back home.
What I'm trying to say is here is how they definitely treat us when it comes to the school systems. You understand how they treat us when it comes to tabloids and etc. like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because obviously like, I did my research here, and I don't really feel like I said, I don't really feel like John Reed got the 14-year-old boy is
Do you know
getting the
why they do
press,
it?
because
Do you
this
know
is
why they
really
do it?
serious. Because
They
listen,
can
it's
get
a
away with it. That's
14-year-old
why they
boy,
do it.
huh?
They do this because they can get away with it.
They
They
can
know
get
the black
away with
people can.
it.
We can firm a lot of things, yeah, without wilding out. We
That
ain't got a
no, no, no. But the
basis
thing
to
is, like,
wild out.
we need to break that. We need to break that though. Why should we firm it though? We
Hmm?
also listen. We don't have, bro. Like, listen. We need to stop saying this. Well, we have thick skin. No, listen. We actually hurt as well. We have
No, that's
feelings.
what I'm trying
You
to
understand?
say.
So
That's what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. They do it because they know they can get away with it. What basis do we have on? We have
Mm,
no actual political or economical effect on them, is in to oppose on them. Yeah, they're the ones who are doing their colonization in Africa.
yeah.
They're comfy. There's nobody that can to report to you. China, if a Chinese person gets murked in the UK, Boris Johnson is not comfy.
Yeah.
Okay, if an Indian person gets murked in the UK,
Uh-huh.
Boris Johnson is still not comfy.
Why is that?
America, all them man, but a black person, they're like, what African country comes to him? They say, you're not even African, you're British born. There you go. So it's similar to American, but not as much. But at the end of the day, they can get away with it. It happens in America. Americans, they ain't got no basis. They're American, but they're black. And
Mm,
they're treated differently to other Americans. They're both American. Do you know what I'm saying? Here
mm,
we can say, oh, there's difference with there's some African origin. Them man, American from like their ties to Africa were cut from the slave master time. So they ain't got a choice. They get murked, and then what do they do? Do you know what I'm saying? Same thing that occurs here. They can get away with it through the media and everything. No matter what we do, who's going to wild out on our behalf? Who do we have as black people to represent us, to really go at them and say, yo, what you're doing is not right? Everything is, there's always a white man at the top of whoever can represent us in
yeah.
this country, in the UK. You
Oh,
know what
so
I'm saying? And he's the
what you're trying
representative.
to tell me is, what you're trying to, oh man, look here.
We try and use the
I
MPs.
sound
We've
good.
got a few black MPs, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
what is their power at the end of the day? They have a few black MPs here and there. They do one little thing, and then they say, okay, let's throw them a little reward. Oh, you can have black letter boxes, letter blocks that will be colored in black. There you have that. Oh, we'll
Do you
claim
know,
to
like a lot of
have this
people would
petition.
say, but first of all, let me just say this here. Like, I just noticed my mic, I can hear myself pretty well, because like, the whole time I couldn't hear myself. I just fixed it. Anyway, yeah. So the thing is here, with you're right. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody. Yeah, we do have a little bit MPs there and all that stuff there, but we don't have the person at the what's the word, the food chain, some at the top of the food chain. We don't have nobody there. Understand? And you're also right in the sense that like they give us what they It's like, you know, when you give like a dog a frisbee, yeah, just keep quiet now keep quiet. You understand?
Exactly.
We'll throw you this
Exactly.
thing. Now let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Like the Stephen Lawrence. They gave us this Stephen Lawrence Day. Nobody asked for Stephen Lawrence Day. You understand? We are asking for justice.
But it shut you up, didn't it? It worked though, didn't it? It shut you up, didn't it? Exactly.
No, I mean,
that's all they need.
That was beyond my time. That was. I'm just referring. That was beyond my time. But I guess for you lot, not for you lot. I mean, this happened in 1991 or 1992. You understand? So it's like I guess
it's not my lot, but as in you can know already our parents, just for our parents and people who are older than us, how they were behaving, how they're behaving now, and say, okay,
even the Stephen the George Floyd case. You understand? I knew that, yeah, like listen, because he was the only white man. You know, he was the one that had to be sacrificed. They're like, boy, you got caught, so you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to face this your own. You understand? It's like we knew that he was gonna get sentenced. I mean, we knew that he was gonna get charged. He was gonna go to court, and he was gonna get sentenced. Now, depending on the sentence, it is what it is. You understand? But it's the same thing that they use here. They throw us a little frisbee in a sense that, yo, like, now keep quiet in it. You understand? He's definitely in prison now. So why are you lot still talking? You understand? So you're right in the sense that, you know, like we don't have a person at the top that can actually, you know, make these legislations work in obviously like in Britain and etc. for our favor. And it's just pretty sad, bro. It's sad.
Bro, it's sad, and sometimes I just sit there. I'm like, what can we actually do? Because anytime we try and attempt something, there's always some higher powers that tell it and shut us down. Do you know how many times we've actually taken actually asked in America for legislation for actual law to be placed? They rejected all cases. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like mans are just sitting here just saying, oh, I wish we got a no. Man's been trying. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been saying no. All of a sudden, boom. They, you know, Asian hate crime. So what do you call what do you call I don't know, the police brutality against the black people? What's that?
One there,
is that not hate crime?
On views with that one. I just don't understand that. Like, do you know? Apparently they passed a legislation in it for the Asians. I think they did pass a legislation for the Asians in America.
It's all political, man.
No, but the thing is, like, they haven't even passed any legislation when it comes to black people getting hurt. And the thing is, like, if they 400 years,
they look at it like this. If they say no, Jingle, if they say no, who's gonna come and impose like a threat upon the US?
Hey.
But if they say no to the Asian one, do you know how many people are gonna? Do you know how many governments are gonna be on their case? You got China, India, your ass, Russia.
You're right. You're slightly right.
It's a political thing. Right. It's not.
We don't really have anybody for like in our conduct. We don't have any.
We ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. They don't like. They do this because they can get away with black people. Is it right? No, it's not clearly right. Can we do something about it? I wish we could, but it's in this. It's really starting to be like.
How can we? Okay. Now let's go in house now, innit? Let's go in house. Let's go in. Like, obviously, you've made some good points. You understand? We don't have anybody at the top of the food chain. That's the first thing. Understand? We don't have the right people in the right places.
We don't
really stand up for us. You understand? Now, as a people, bro, like I keep saying this, and people attack me on Twitter. They attack me on Twitter every day of my life. You understand? We don't work together. Listen, we are not a cohesive unit. We're not a cohesive unit.
Shows.
And you know, moving forward, bro. Moving forward, this is the question. Like, how do we move forward with this? How do we come together? You understand? I feel like we need a lot of healing though in a black community. We definitely need a lot of healing though. Because let me give you an example. If we was in a better place as a people, do you understand? Just as a people, and you know, the John Reed thing happened. Obviously, like if we was and that thing happened, you understand? We would be in a much better place in terms of, you know, standing up for our people like that. You understand? But we don't have nothing to stand on because in the day our foundation is not really good, bro. We don't work together as a people. You know what? We only work together as a people when somebody gets shot, when somebody dies. Other than that, yeah, we go back to our respective places and then we just go ahead and go kill each other. The only time you see gangs here come together is when somebody gets killed by police, by the feds. No, am I lying? No, it's true though. It's true.
Yeah, I think it's also a mentality thing. I think, unfortunately, our case as black people is so different to everyone else's because, you know, our color, like one thing that we have not got a choice on is that this idea of colorism that like is in the Europeans brought it to every ends of the world. Every corner of the world have this mentality of colorism. Even in Africa, we have that because in our posters, in our adverts, we don't be having dark skinned ladies. The darker you are, the more degraded, the less of a grade it is. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm,
more of a downgrade it is, the darker you are. That's why they say, why is that in their mind? You go to Asia, look at how they hate themselves just because they're not as white as the white man. Do you know what I'm saying? They used to
mm,
really cater to these to the lighter you are. In
mm,
Asia, they used to the dark, in Indian Asia, Sri Lanka and all that, they still Asians,
mm,
brown. But the darker you are, the more down you look down on you are. So for example, so that full on fact already is one reason that is preventing us because it's that mentality is everywhere. If we're able to change that mentality,
mm,
cool, we'll probably be better off because we'll be able to tell each other, you know what, we're actually not stupid because it comes with, oh, the darker they are, they're more dumb, the less rational they are, but that's very like incorrect. It's a myth. Okay,
yo,
black people have covered everywhere on this earth. This color has, but
yeah,
it didn't tell us that in school or through the media. So it's a
bro.
mentality that
I heard in the Philippines there are actually black people in the Philippines. That that really shocked
we've
me.
covered, bro, every
Oh,
corner
that
of
shocked
Europe.
me.
Where
It really shocked me.
it
There's black
really
people in the Philippines. I didn't even know that. I just thought it was them man there. You
They
understand?
don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that because they get treated bad over there. They don't want you to know that.
Even in Australia, there's Australia as
That's
well. There's Australia as well.
yes. The indigenous people over there, they get treated like like crappers. Or you would think that Australia is some white country. It's
Nah,
not supposed to be that
serious.
way, mate. It's not supposed to be that way. Do you know what I'm saying? All these things that are occurring, nobody thinks to say, oh, how. Or like look at the history of it. They just look at it right now, and that's all they
Mm.
care about. They don't care about how other because if we deep it, we're living in the UK. It's quite safe over here. It's really quite safe.
Nah, it's
You know what I'm
compared
saying?
to other like America.
It
It's
is
like,
as it's quite safe,
and,
and even
and
here,
obviously like the
it's not
gun controls here is very strict, and
exactly
we have to admit that. You understand? It's
exactly.
like,
We
but
have
I'm just saying,
to,
but if they were in effect, we were dead out here, bro. You
bro.
understand? If we were
The
in
thing,
effect,
if the UK had guns, yeah,
yeah,
they
we
would
are, bro.
surpass the US. I'm telling you this now.
Yeah,
If the UK had guns, my
I
friend,
truly believe
they
that.
would surpass the
I
US.
truly
Why?
believe
Because they have their ratio of white people to other races is way higher than the US. Already, that should tell you something. At
Say
least
it
the
again.
US,
Say
they
that
might
again.
have a few Hispanics. They might have a few. Do you know what I mean? Because a
Oh,
lot
you
of black
mean
people
like the
did build it.
the diverse in terms of like cultures and etc. You mean that?
Yeah, they got different
Okay.
cultures there. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people go to America, they got different kinds of people, Hawaiians, all them man. So it's really, but in the UK, if they allowed guns here, my friend, I'm telling
Mm.
you, black people wouldn't want to live here. They wouldn't want to live here. The fact that it's the only reason they're firming is because they know when it comes to fit, like if it's a case of they're getting physically abused, you know what I mean, like brawling or maybe verbally abused, they're like, okay, we can handle that. Let's, and that's what a lot of black people were dealing with back in the 90s. They were getting
Yeah.
verbally abused all the time. They
Yeah.
couldn't enter no
No,
pub.
apparently they used to get beaten more times in
Yeah,
the
and
80s,
nothing
90s.
happened, bro.
And
Nothing
now I
happened.
think
Like
I guess obviously like it slowed
you
down.
complain, and then what?
Down.
You have nobody to turn to. You go to police, they'll look at you like, I should have been the one to do that to you. I'm vexed that you're coming to me with your problem. I should have been the one to whoop your ass, nigga. That's literally how they
Wow.
like that's how
Oh,
they were
wow.
living deep it. And now we're acting like this is just 20 years ago, Jingle.
20
It's
years.
just 20 years. We're acting
Oh,
like it's so far
okay.
away. They're like, oh, that's back in the day.
The
Back in the day.
apartheid ended 30 years ago, bro. The apartheid ended 30 years ago.
I don't know. We're still
Just
seeing
believe
like
it.
the court
And we are called
the
the
effects
first
and the
in my
results of
country. Yeah,
apartheid
we are
till
called
now.
the
You'll
first
see
generation born free. First generation, bro. First. Not even second or third, my guy. First.
90s babies were first generation. That's wild. That's very
It's
wild.
like it happened yesterday, bro. Like literally, it
Yeah,
happened
pretty much.
yesterday.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. It's crazy, and we don't put enough light on these facts. People like just saying it's so long. No, this
Sure.
is not long ago. Deep it. This is
Not long.
very like some of our parents were actually full in, and they can see the change of how
Mm.
people were literally getting murked, and nothing gets
Oh,
no media covers it. No, nothing. It happens even now. Look at now how many black people going missing, then getting found dead. What media
okay. Let's
coverage
talk
is
about that
covering
one there. What do you what do you think about that? No. Hold on. Before we get to that, I want to talk about, because I said we need to talk about the in-house, how we can really improve as a people to come together. You understand?
Yeah, like
So
first, like, yeah, that's what I was getting into in the sense of the mentality. Once we change that mentality of colorism already,
yeah,
which is going to be
self-hate. I
very
think we got
difficult.
self-hate. I
So
mean,
it brings self-hate because a lot of people in this country they'd rather side with the oppressor because they don't get the hate anymore. Look at
mm,
what happened used to happen back in school days.
yeah,
Our surnames as Africans, yeah, may for the white teachers, it might be very difficult to pronounce sometimes, and they
yeah.
used to mock that. Now that translates to the kids who are hearing this, and I blame the teachers as well because the white teachers did not try
I didn't
and
like
like
my name, bro. In secondary school,
they
I didn't
used to
like my
no,
name.
but
I
they
hate it.
used
I
to
hate
take
my
the
name.
piss some of them on purpose. I'll give you one example of mine.
Mm,
Yeah, there's one teacher I had. He's a drama teacher. He knows my name. He knows my surname. JJ. He's heard. He said it before. In that case, yeah, he was like, "All right, Louis, then Jemba." So then the class, a few of the girls were laughing. The class was like, and I looked at him just like I was in year 8. I remember this teacher. Yeah. He said that. I gave him the look. Then after that, he got his little laugh. During the class, then he said my name. He was like, oh, Judge. I was like, I looked at him, I was like, so you know my name? Like, do you see what that? And those are the things that happened. But I didn't really put too much mind. But I'm looking back now, I'm like, even the people that are teaching our young kids, our black kids, they can't be trusted. They
yeah.
also have their racial views. They want to take the piss, and then that translates to the mentality. Oh, look at these black people. Well, let's make fun of them. It's not. Only going to cause somebody with a weak black man is going to just have some self hate. He's always going to side with the oppressor. So it's a thing that it always benefits them anyways.
Oh,
So if
can
we're
I,
able
can I
to change
be?
the mentality, have stronger mind, and tell ourselves, you are not worse than M. Your
Mm,
name is something to be proud of. They're
mm,
taking the mick here.
yeah,
Just see that. Once you do that, because that will empower ourselves to really think like, okay, let's do something together.
mm.
Now we can't do that. We don't even want to join forces because we're like, oh, black people, they're not trustworthy, man. They this, they that. Look, these are the things that come out of
Oh, our
people
names
living in
come
London,
from a
in the
line
UK,
of.
in the UK. But I'm like, at the same time, you still have these stats showing that black, African and minority ethnics are getting higher results in school in
Mm.
degrees.
But
And
they
so,
but they won't show that though. They won't
no,
show
they
that.
don't. They
They
don't
won't
because
show that.
it won't help. It won't help to
More
keep
times,
our
more times,
mentality.
obviously,
We
like
like the UK needs to
obviously it's
keep
the
us
Asian
brainwashed.
community that normally gets the okay, it's them man, innit? Understand? But literally, Africans are here. You know what I'm saying bro, Africans,
We've been out here.
yeah,
We've been out here.
we've been out
You know
here.
what I mean? We've been
Now
out here
I
educating.
ain't the smartest now, but for the ones that are really going to the Harvards and all that stuff, they listen, like Africans are the most smart. Yo, they are very smart, man. We're very hardworking. We're very hardworking. You understand? We have no choice but to go to university, so which means we're very hardworking. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
that's even another discussion for another day. Because as black people, we have to work way harder for some mediocre things that some other
Now we
races
have to work
don't
10
do.
times harder, bro. We
Okay,
have to
we
work 10 times harder.
we
I
have
get
to.
obviously like everybody works hard for something, but there is privilege. There is like different type of privileges out here. You understand? There
No,
is different. You know what I'm saying?
there's
We really have to break the glass ceilings, bro. We gotta break the glass ceilings, bro. Can I tell you something? Now I understand that I ain't got that much experience. You know what I'm saying? For me to really, apply for the BBC and etc. like that. You understand? But I have at least applied for the BBC 6 times, bro, and I've not got one response back. I've only got like rejections. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I've only got rejections. You know what I'm saying? Out of all my friends, I only know one brother of mine. He's doing really well. He's a journalist. His name is Theo. His name is Theo Chikumba. You understand? He's a journalist. He's in the BBC. You understand? That's the only brother I know in the BBC. I should know like different type of brothers in the BBC. I don't know nobody, fam. There's no diversity, bro. There's probably like 95% just all Caucasians and all other, and I'm saying the rest 5% is either, there was the Asian and the black and you understand? The divided within that, you know what I'm saying? It's just so sad, bro. It's absolutely so sad.
It's,
And
it's it's sad, but sometimes I'm just like, and then this is where I'm like, look, people, just let's just join together and do our own thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
when you say let's join together and do our own thing, expand on that.
Okay, so what I mean is, you what a lot of black people try and do, and they're like, oh, they lose morale and they get demoralized is when they try and insert themselves into something that's been told and predominantly, yo, this is white British, we don't want to taint this, but you still like BBC, for example. I'm not trying to go, but this is British broadcast. This is what they're gonna show to the public, to the world. There's other countries that actually have BBC as their main channel. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of countries, they're like, what do we want every other country seeing from us? We want to see that we have like white educated people on there. Cool, that's fine. But what you see, it's a mentality.